Hi, welcome back to Detailing World. My name is Matt, and in today's video we're going to take a quick look on how to touch up stone chips. So a few months ago I recorded a video for my own channel on touching up stone chips on my Nissan Pulsar. Like an idiot, I deleted all the original footage. I've only got my video left, so what we're going to do today is, whilst the weather's bad, is take a quick look at that video, and I'm going to try and talk through a bit better than what I did in the first edit for my own channel, and try and explain what exactly it is I'm doing on here. So I'm going to run through that video now, and at the same time I'll just basically give my own feedback on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So yeah, we'll dive straight into that now then. So today we're going to look at trying to fix a couple of stone chips on my car. I'd only done about 500 miles and I've got 3 perfect stone chips in a line. Well, they're not perfect stone chips, but they're in a perfect line. So yeah, we're going to look at getting those touched up today, or at least filled with paint today, and then I'll show you how we'll try and flatten them back next week. All in the same video, but it's going to be recorded over 2 weeks. So yeah, first of all, we need to give the car a quick wash. So yeah, of course, first thing to do, as always, is give the car a good wash. Now, it doesn't have to be a full-on detail. In fact, if you're desperate to touch up the stone chips during the winter months and you don't want, and it's too cold to give it a full wash, just clean the area around, and clean a big enough area if you're going to be polishing it. Although really, you normally touch up the stone chip one day, and then you would come back and probably flatten it a week later when the paint's really had time to harden up. Right, so that's car wash. I'm just going to try and basically, I'll show you now how I'm going to try and touch up the stone chips. We'll just put this on tripod and have a look. Right, so first of all, I've got some 2000 grit wet and dry paper. Just need to get the area plenty wet and just basically try and feather the stone chip into the paint, really. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to feather the edge of the chips. So instead of having a step between the paint and the lacquer and then stepping right down to the primer layer, because obviously, as you can see there, it's not gone as far to the metal, I'm just trying to feather it a little bit, so instead of having a harsh step. Some people don't do that, I chose to in this case. Next I'm just going to put some wax around that area just to stop any paint sticking to it where I don't want it to stick. So you don't want too much wax on, obviously. Anything excess just try and wipe off if you can. And I'll get a clean cloth in a moment and get that wiped up. So next you want to grab your touch-up kit. I've got this genuine Nissan one here. I got it off eBay actually, but it's a genuine one. And then you want to get either a really fine paintbrush or toothpick. The brushes in these are terrible, so I'm just going to try and fill these little gaps as tight as I can. So that's how thick the brush is that comes with the kit. What you want to do then is leave each coat for about 10 minutes and then just go back in and put do sort of 3, maybe 4 colour coats, and then go on to the clear coat after, and then leave it for as long as you can, ideally a couple of days, but I'm going to leave it out for a week and flatten it down and polishing it next week. So we'll just finish this off and yeah. So it's been a week since we touched up the stone chips. What you want to do now is give the bonnet a quick clean down, which you can see I've done, and then we're going to try and flatten off the little blobs of paint that we've put on there, and then sand out the polishing marks. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Right, so once all that's once your bonnet's all cleaned up and everything, you want a couple of pieces of sandpaper in some soapy water and a bottle of soapy water as well, and then also do a clean cloth just to keep things dry and clean basically. So yeah, we'll go ahead and try and sand these stone chips back now then. Right, so now I've got everything taped up. What we're going to do, basically I've just taped it up because I don't want to get all the paint, I don't want to sand too much away. So I've painted it up. taped it up rather. I'm just going to sand the little nibs back, just keep everything wet basically with some soapy water. And as you do this, just do a bit at a time, just keep feeling to make sure it's gone smooth. You don't want to go too far back. Right, so once you've sanded it as far back as you can, comfortably by hand, really you want to be getting the stone chip level with the paint around it, but whilst you're sanding you may be taking lacquer and paint away from the area around the stone chip. Really what you'd need is a paint thickness gauge, which I forgot to show how to use that, but that measures the thickness of the paint. But yeah, we'll go and have a look at that. But once you've done that, because there's going to be sanding marks, you then need to polish those marks away. Now, it may be possible by hand, but really you need a rotary machine polisher or maybe a dual action machine polisher, and we'll get onto that stage in a moment. So yeah, as you can see, they're fairly flat, but it's left these sanding marks here, and there's one up here that I had as well. If we can get that in focus. There's a stone chip there, so been flattening that one down, and we've got these were the three that we had, so we've got to get rid of those three as well. Right, so now we've set up with the polisher. I've taped an area off. I'm not going to be doing the whole bonnet takes. Well, it needs a full detail at some point soon anyway. So yeah, I've just taped a small section off. We're going to start off with the rotary polisher. We're going to use a spot pad, 3M blue pad and a 3M blue polish. Really want to start as fine as you can with a pad and polish combo and work your way up, but I just know from experience sanding marks a bit of a bugger to get out, but at the same time it's Japanese paint and that's usually soft as anything, so I think if it had been a VAG card I'd gone with probably green, the harder one, but I've gone middle of the range, so we'll give that a try and see how we look from there. Right, so that's basically most of the sanding marks out. There's a few deep ones left, but I've got to get the whole car detail anyway, so I'm not too worried about getting them out just now. So let's have a quick look at that. So yeah, that's the stone chips polished out basically. They're not perfectly invisible, but from a distance it is difficult to see them. They're around there somewhere. Really got to get it. There we go, just three there. So yeah, good colour match to be fair. I think the main point is there's no longer some white chips on the bonnet, it's red again. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. We have got some more sort of tutorials and reviews coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for those. As always, if you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, make sure you click that like button and share it with any friends if you know they're interested in, you know, doing their own touch-ups as well on the stone chips. And as always, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click that bell icon to get instant notifications. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.